Hey, it's TL, aka Snug. So, AI, what is it? Is it a tool? Is it something that is a shortcut and a replacement for hard work and creativity? Is it something that takes a lot of skill to use? Let's explore some of this. So, uh, ChatGTP is what we'll start with. So I wanted to make a thumbnail for my YouTube page. So the first thing I asked it to do, hang on, what did I do here? Okay, I uploaded a couple old pictures and I said, create a version of me in the art style of Don Martin, the old Mad Magazine cartoonist. ChatGPT did not like that. So obviously there's some sort of copyright protection or trademark protection going on, whatever. Okay. So I tried it again. One picture, make a thumbnail of me based on this photo, but in the style of a classic Don Martin cartoon. For whatever reason, it did it. Of course, that doesn't look anything like a Don Martin cartoon, but oh well, close enough. All right, so then I said, remove the music stand. It did. Perfect. So there we go. So I was happy with that, with both of those. And let's see. We'll skip one for now. So then I was thinking about having a segment about things that bug me. So I took this picture, cartoon thumbnail version of this picture in the style of Gary Larson, the Far Side cartoonist. Did not follow, doesn't like that. Okay, try it again. C-Lab 2021 character. Didn't like that either. All right, so then I say, do this like an old Mad Magazine cover. Doesn't like that either. Now, on the free version, you get 3 attempts a day or in a 24-hour period. So that was it. It's done. Couldn't do any more that day. So just do a cartoon image for a YouTube thumbnail. And it did this. Now, it gives you 2 choices. Here's the other choice. Cartoon. So I think the secret to using this is obviously prompts with less room for error. But it did this. That's fine. Okay. So then I thought, well, it can do photos. Can it do a GIF? Can you create this with a GIF where a cartoon ant pops up from the coffee cup? And it just did a photo with an ant next to the coffee cup. Okay, that's fine. All right. So then I thought, well, let's do a photo for this segment. So I took this, which I had put on the end of my photos, and I said, okay, take this image, do no guitar, but making friends with the computer. So there's that one, which is not bad. Whatever reason, it returned 3 results this time. Making friends with a computer. Okay, very literal. And then the other one is just kind of creepy. There's a human arm coming out of the computer. It's got my name on it. Whatever. Okay, so then I thought, okay, I'm going to come back to this, but that one will work. So then I needed album art idea for an upcoming project. So make an image of this character standing outside of a bank showing that his pants pockets are empty. All right, there's one that's kind of looks like a bank. That one's pretty good. Image 2. That one's even better. page 3. Outside of a bank. Pretty happy about pants pockets being empty. So that one. All right, so that's the one I went with. Then I thought, where did it go? Thought it was on here, but maybe not. Okay. So I wanted another segment, a photo for it. So use this picture, those old cartoons with the oversized head and the hot rod. And again, very literal. Put hot rods up there, okay. Okay, do this again. Replace the words hot rods with new gear. And it's pretty good. I don't know why I'm pulling up part of the car there, but you know what? Close enough, we'll count it. Okay, so this makes decent thumbnails, and now this is nothing fancy, and I wasn't spending any time on this. It was just as I was, watching TV or something in the evening, seeing what would happen. Okay, so then I thought, okay, AI can make decent thumbnails. So let's try to do a jingle, because I wanted a jingle like for this one. I wanted to have a segment called What's Buggin' Snug. And I had in my head like an old like 40s radio jingle of just 3 women in harmony singing What's Buggin' Snug with like a bell at the end of it. Ding. So I found this program that's also free, Suno. And okay, so this is not my original, but big band swing, radio jingle, 3 women singing, swing, big band. All right, and this is what it came up with.
He wakes up at 7 in a mood that won't quit. He's still dreaming of heaven. He's still feeling like what? What's the point of it? Singing ho hum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. What's bugging Snug? What's bugging Snug? What's bugging Snug? What's bugging Snug? I said what's...
All right, now, and then it goes on and on and on, which is great. It's too long for a sting for a bit, but that was, I mean, that's very impressive in my opinion, for what you just type in a few words and what you get. All right, so then I thought, okay, now I need a new gear. I need a song for new gear, because that would be my segment if I was going to make a fancy YouTube channel. So I want to, come on. I think I've confused it. All right. And I believe what I typed in was the sound of gears grinding, and then a heavy metal riff with the phrase new gear. And I think on all of these I said like 15 seconds. I want 15 seconds. Of course, it ignores all of that, but this is what this got. And I'm not going to play the whole thing on this either, especially because it throws an F-bomb in here. But here we go. So, again, pretty dang good. More than I wanted, longer than I wanted, and it goes on and on and on and on. So that's pretty impressive. And on each of these, it gives you two different options. So I didn't save the other one, but they're all pretty similar. The same lyrics, whatnot. And again, this is a free program, and I think it gives you two generations in a 24-hour period or something. All right. So then I thought, okay, I want an 80s themed, like a 80s sitcom TV theme about a guy making friends with AI to make YouTube videos. And I can't remember which one it is because it looks different on the phone app. So this is... And it just repeats all that, so pretty catchy. That would be acceptable. I think I would watch that show. So yeah, so this is the other option that it gave, and it's pretty similar. Not exactly the vibe I was going for with the 80s theme song. I think the first one did a better job of catching that. So then I don't even remember what the prompt was on this one. I think it was just like a 80s electronica or like a 80s Cars song. I don't remember this, but we'll play it and see what this does. Yeah. So some of these are pretty... Yeah, I don't know where this was. That might have been the first attempt at a theme song. So yeah, so this is all fairly easy. It's pretty hit or miss when you request something. Of what it returns. And of course, if you use the free one, you only get, a couple chances a day. Am I going to use any of this? No. I don't really care about making polished content and anything like that. I'll use the thumbnails. They're fairly useful. And, stuff like this has been around for a while, where it just kind of makes a cartoon version of yourself. The other one, where it's actually drawing cartoons, if I knew somebody, would I pay them to do something like this? Would I pay them $20, or I don't know what the going rate would be? I don't know. Yes, I probably would, unless it's, exorbitantly expensive. Then I would just go without, or I would just use one of these free things. Is there anything wrong with this? No, there is not anything wrong with this. The limitations, I think, and this is just speaking for myself, I think it's user-based limitations, not so much uh, the technology. And if we go back to this one, okay. So when I was a kid, my parents had this big record collection. We didn't listen to most of them. Uh, the kids, my brother and sisters, and I didn't listen to most of them. But I distinctly remember one, and I can't remember the group. It was three guys. It wasn't the Kingston Trio. I've looked through theirs, but it was three guys. It was mostly instrumental, I believe. But the LP album art it was like space themed, and it was from the 60s or maybe early 70s, but I'm pretty sure it was from the 60s. It was space themed, and on the back it shows like a rocket on a foreign, like an alien planet, and these guys in suits are exploring. And so I've been trying to find this. Nobody seems to know what I'm talking about. I've been trying to figure this out for years. So I thought, Chat GPT. And it's saying it's Electric Light Orchestra, or, which it's not. It was way before this. So that was a miss on that. But had I provided more information, if my phrasing was different, would it be better? Maybe, just like with the requests to make something. It doesn't like it if you make specific requests of specific, do this like a Don Martin cartoon, do this like C-Lab 2021, do this like Mad Magazine. It doesn't like that, and it to its discredit, it would not do it. So in that respect, the idea of it stealing seems to be okay. It's not going to go there, but those are well recognized, trademarked and copyrighted things. So that's going to be an obvious one to follow and say, no, we're not going to do that. Whereas if it's some other artist that doesn't have that big, cultural impact, is it going to rip off their artwork? Is it ripping off everything artwork? Well, probably. So, do I see the value in this? Yes. Do I see use for myself? No, because I'm not doing this as an enterprise where I really want to put the work in and make these polished things. If I did, yeah, would I make a little segment of, with a theme song and little thumbnail out, like an old skit off Conan O'Brien or something? Maybe. It is just kind of fun to see what comes out when you see like this other one. It didn't really do anything. It just kind of gave me the same picture. That I didn't quite understand. Kind of weird. The other version of this cartoon is a little more photorealistic in the artwork than the other one, but then it wrote cartoon across. It is pretty cool that you can say specific things, and it's gonna. Now, could I do this if I knew how to use, like Photoshop or something similar? Yeah, I could probably figure that out if I had access to that. But this is a lot quicker. It's a lot easier. So can it save some work? Yeah. Is it ripping people off? Possibly. Probably. Is there anything wrong with using this or not using that? I don't know. But it is interesting to see what the expectations of like YouTube and whatnot, when people say, well, I don't like chasing the algorithm, I don't like these specific kind of thumbnails and, YouTube titles. But if you don't do it, if you don't make these things, then the algorithm doesn't push your videos out and you don't get views. So is this going to be the sort of thing where, as this technology progresses, it's going to be a thing, well, it doesn't matter whether you want to or not, you're going to have to, because that's what YouTube is pushing out. And the algorithm is going to be expecting. So that's going to be interesting to see. I know that using the AI or something similar in thumbnail generations now is pretty much standard. What will that morph into? Will it start spilling over into content in the videos? I don't know. I don't know any of this because I'm just an idiot in my corner of my closet here. But yeah, so this is pretty interesting. I see the appeal of just typing in some words and getting a song. And especially this is, I've listened to this so many times. I love this song. Unironically, the others, this one, it's pretty good. It kind of reminds me of an 80s theme song, but this one here is, and this was like the first attempt. Now, actually, I take that back. It wasn't the first attempt. The first attempt I put in there, I did the same thing. I said a short radio-style jingle of three women singing "What's Buggin' Snug," and what it gave me was like a 40s pre-rockabilly country twangy song of one guy singing with heavy acoustic and banjo, and I didn't bother saving it. I should have, had I known I was going to make a video to show how far off it's gone. And again, on this, I've put in, 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Every time it gives you between a minute and 2 minute songs. I don't know how to, or if you can do that, or if this is just, it ignores that. I don't know. But
he wakes up at 7 in a mood that won't quit. He's still dreaming of heaven. He's still feeling like what? What's the point of it? Singing ho hum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. What's bugging Snug? What's bugging?
That's great. But I don't want somebody to have to sit through 30 seconds of that if they're watching one of my videos. One of my pet peeves of watching YouTube videos are the people that have the same 2-minute spiel in every one of their videos that you got to get through. It's like, yeah, I get it. They're doing that on the possibility that it's somebody's first time watching, but they're doing that at expense of the people that watch all their videos. So that's, would I use this? Not in its present form, but it's not going to be good edited down to just that little bit of, what's bugging Snug. And then at the end, it kicks back up. Oh, what did I do?
What's bugging Snug? What's bugging Snug?
This very end outro might be good, but, when I was a kid, this was the kind of music my grandparents were listening to.
What's bugging Snug? 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 What's bugging Snug?
I gotta say that AI nailed this. This is a great, this is a great attempt at, a big band type song. And then this one is pretty good for an 80s theme song for a sitcom. But again, do I want to spend 30 seconds of somebody's life every time a video comes on? No, I don't. My idea was 10 seconds at the most. So kind of like I have at the end of my videos, that little thing I did on the bass, but something just very quick and succinct at the start to get through. Yeah. So there's my adventures into AI. If I can do it, anybody can. And if anybody wants to put in the time of actually learning how to do it, this could be it could be a useful tool to do certain things that they can't do themselves. B, it could be lazy ways of doing things, shortcuts. There's nothing wrong with a shortcut to save yourself from work, but if it's work that you couldn't do and you're using it, that's fine. If it's work that you don't want to do or that you're going to credit as your own, then that's maybe where we start running into problems. But again, like anything else, it's a tool. I think intent is a big part of it. The tool itself cannot be, neither good nor bad. It's the application of it. And whether it's theft, like that big band thing, those songs have been around for 80 years. Is it really theft at that point? Well, no, I don't think it is. Whereas if there's somebody right now making music or making art and AI is stealing their stuff, then there's a problem. And how do you draw that line? I don't know. Not for me to draw. And that might be something, it's a case-by-case basis of, each individual user. So, that's all my thoughts on this. If you've watched this far, you must have nothing better to do. But anyway, we will catch you later.